there, Virgo. Welcome to my channel. Come on in. Sorry, I just have to put down my shade so the glare isn't so bad. Come on in. I'm going to be giving you your messages for February 2026. Come on in. Yeah. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. Virgos are in the house. Want some smudging? Some videos might need it. First and foremost, Virgo, I would like to put out, a bit of an apology for last week for my F-bombing on we all know I swear and people swear and but I got to keep it under 100. I get it. So if for some reason it bothered somebody out there, I do apologize. Bear with me. I grew up on job sites and, on work and whatever, and it's just the way it is. Anywho, North Noders, come out it. I will try to keep it under 100, but there's no promises. But note taken. All right, I've already called in everybody's angels, ancestors, spirit guides. Your whole team is in the house with me right now. Just know it, okay? Cutting ties just fell out. Freedom, standing up, and awakening. Yeah, awaken. Cutting the ties. Yeah, look at that. Okay, something about that, Virgo. Lust, winning by any means necessary. Greed, inconsiderate. Yeah, winning by any means necessary. Greed. Yeah, cutting those ties of those energies. Thrills just came out. Continuous cycles, bad decisions, and addictions. Somebody addicted to those bad decisions or something. This is crowning you right now for the next few weeks, anywho. Or a couple weeks, or you'll know when these cards play out, or you should know when they play out, right? But it keeps going on and on and on, these continuous cycles, it looks like. Something about that. Hi there. Antisocial. This is your hope, fear, challenge, and homework. In your feels, silent treatment, and feeling left out. Yeah. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Maybe you want to get out more often, or something about that, or this person feels left out. I'm not sure. Family, blood ties, inner circle. Something about that as well. Your soul family, your inner circle, blood ties, family. Okay, it says. So maybe not necessarily a soul family. This is like your literal family. All right, so I got messages coming in here. They're gonna have to wait. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Come on in. We're gonna get more tea before we get into my tarot. Someone's being antisocial, or someone's giving someone the silent treatment. Hurt feelings, cutting ties, freedom, standing up, awaken. Something about that. Somebody hurt your feelings. You're done with it. You're cutting ties. Somebody is. Don't forget to flip and flop your energies and genders each and every time you feel fit during the reading, right? I'm glad that message is being held for review, because whatever it is, if you can't be nice, don't say it at all. Do I have to be like the kindergarten teacher? If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Maybe they meant it towards the person that I'm talking about, or the energy swamp. It did want to come out. I'll take it. It was up. Something is, You know, winning by any means necessary and greed, you know, wow, has caused a swamp of a mess or something. Or maybe they're feeling like it's just a mucky situation. Show me. I need 3 more cards, please. Continuous cycles, bad decisions, and addictions. Oops. All right. Coven or cult came out with the continuous bad decision making. This is crowning you, Virgo. It's still going on. It's still happening. So nobody's learned any lessons here. It's still going on. All right, whatever. Mental illness wants to show itself, but that's not the one. Vindicated. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework column. Somebody's being vindicated, right? Silent treatment, left out, antisocial, hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Okay. One more. I think this is going to get pretty deep for someone. This was the one. Entitlement. Somebody feels entitled. This family feels entitled. To what? To win by any means necessary? For their continuous bad addictions and spells and cycles and BS? That's what they're entitled to? And their feelings are hurt? How dare them? What the hell is this shit that's coming out here? Something's being vindicated. Or that's what it's about. We're going to find out. What's the tea, Spirit? I got really pissed off. Could you tell? I have a feeling this is going to be a deep one. This may not be for all Virgos this week. You can decide that for yourselves, right? Sometimes that happens. Sometimes they are very personal, you know? They don't always have to, you know, mean something that weak. But for somebody, this does. Oh, yeah. Show me what I need to see. Greedy, inconsiderate, disrespectful, winning by any means necessary, very cutthroat, this coven or cult. Nice. 6 of Pentacles down. Hurt feelings. Page of Pentacles down, swamp. Yeah, you don't want to put your energies into this anymore. Virgo, I think you're ready to close the door or cut ties. Something about that. Somebody's feelings are hurt. This coven or cult. That's funny to me. I'm sorry. Page of Pentacles down is like either planting not so good intentions or rotten seed or whatever you're, you know, or there's no real intent at all. Swamp, greed. Oh, this was planted. This was magic. This coven or cult. Okay. What this means is energy has to go somewhere, right? Has to do something, like whatever that is to you. Hi, Cynthia. Hello. Hello. Hi, everybody. I feel like they're planting crap for seeds is what it is. Creating the swamp, you know? That's what it is. That's in the present. Queen of Swords down. Coven or cult. Yeah, they're bitter. King of Swords. Oh, this is funny. All right, I gotta say this reading and try and not swear so much. Somebody's really bitter. Somebody's very hateful. They're in mean girl energy, right? They're not learning their lessons. It's continuing, right? The bad decisions, right? The bull, this coven or cult, they have not learned their lessons, and boom, there's King of Swords right there. Being vindicated, saying, you know what? I've got some knowledge under my belt sitting on this throne. I've earned my way. I've earned this. Silent treatment, you know it. I feel like because the silent treatment that was and still is, or something. There's some kind of something there. Page of Wands down, entitlement. Yeah, this is a very immature thing. Very, 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 very childlike. They don't like these messages or some kind of messages. They feel entitled, you know. This is family. This is blood family. Yeah, isn't that nice? And isn't that the truth? The people that we're close to are usually the ones that hurt us the most. Isn't that the flippin' truth? Seven of Wands, having the advantage. Hurt feelings. You have the power. You don't want to put into this anymore, or somebody doesn't. Somebody's cutting ties. They're standing up. They've awoken. Right? This win at all costs, ruthless energy. And this also can carry, on the other hand, a ruthless, absolutely. The ruthless leader wants to be vindicated. Ha! That's funny. It depends on how that's going to work in your situations. Show me what I need to see. Six of Swords down. Swamp. Oops, nope, this way. Three of Swords down. Queen of Wands. Yeah, you definitely have the advantage. You know what you want, what you don't want, you know, cutting these ties. It is what it is. Dealing with the storms in the swamp and all the black magic and shit that was done by greed and winning by any means necessary and ruthless energies. This coven or cult, whatever it is, continuing the bad decisions and whatnot. And they have the audacity to be bitter, and whatever that is, it has everything to do with whatever this painful pain was in the past. It's still looming, right? This was a painful situation regardless, right? Somebody's heart may have been crushed at some point for some of you, right? Out there. Queen of Wands. Somebody could be a witch. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework column. Yeah. Queen against king. Somebody wants to be vindicated. There's vindication being done. Justifiably done, I hear. However that is to you. Somebody's very in their feelings. They're feeling left out. You could be giving them the silent treatment. You know, you're cutting those ties. You're done. You're sick of it. You know, these continuous cycles is enough to, you know, look, Temperance, Archangel Michael. Somebody's an earth angel here. Somebody could be an earth angel. And that's why they're being vindicated. You know, the truth will always prevail kind of thing. This is about patience and healing, you know. I feel like all the way around here, this family. Somebody's been patient. They need to heal from whatever messages they don't want to hear. So that means that there could be some truth behind it or something. I don't know how that's going to be yet, but Knight of Swords, we can't attack this person. We can't be cruel or brutal, right? We're certainly not in a hurry. It hurt your feelings. I feel like there was a lot of spell casting, but we'll see what comes out. All right. Trying to move on. Yeah, this winning by all costs kind of ruthless energy. You got to ask yourself why. You got to like step back a minute and look at the situation and be like, you know, is this worth it? Is it really worth it? You know, probably not. Seven of Pentacles, working on your garden. See, what it is we got to create our own heaven in the now. So we can be in the heaven later, right? So if that means getting rid of the bad bugs and bringing in the good bugs, you know, meaning if this person doesn't, you know, if it's not benefiting you, or, you know, if it's not for the good, then see you later, bye. You know, cut that dead head off. Cut, you know, do some trimming around the whatever you need to do. Even friendships, create your own heaven in the now. So later, you know, because if everything is law of attraction, right? Then what you do now will be, you know, yeah, working on your own garden. Somebody created a swamp, however, and they're dealing with it hard. This coven. Well, you know, it's about breaking ancestral curses. Things are over. It's about endings. It's about the burdens being over, right? Whatever that oppression is, or suppression, like somebody may not feel like they can speak their mind or do what they really need to do because of something, right? Whatever that weight is, you know. But I am feeling this coven or cult has caused this pain in the past. They're the bitter, you know. It just is. And it was all, you know, thrills, and, you know, were people laughing, you know. They knew what they were doing. See, you got to believe what you see the first time you see it, not what they say. Actions, man. You know, they could be cloaked in love and light, you know, acting like they're so righteous, you know, and underneath it all, who knows? I could be talking to a lot of different types of people out there being, you know, YouTube live. You know, 2 more cards, please. Somebody's being vindicated or something. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. We got Page of Cups, 5 of Wands, King of Pentacles down. Somebody is very arrogant here in this family. Won't move. They're not moving. They're not budging. It's also a sign of having a hard time with money too. Because if he's not king or she of the kingdom or their realm, you know, so you can take that either way or both, whatever. But yeah, the reflection of it all in your feelings, yeah. Virgo, I do see you looking at, you know, reflecting and you know, with this Queen of Wands, King of Swords, ruthless energy, you know. There's so much competition and immaturity and jealousy and fighting and chaos or whatever this could be, and they just don't want to. They don't want to budge. They don't, you know. But it's like enough is enough. It's pathetic, you know. But they feel entitled somehow, and that was the funny part to me, because they feel entitled to what exactly? Let's be clear about this. What is it exactly that you want and feel entitled to? Show me what I need to see. Changing decks over to my Oz in Wonderland deck. Ace of Swords. Yeah, big fat liars. Hurt your feelings. Hurt feelings. You know, somebody stood up. They awoke. They freed themselves. They're cutting the ties. And they don't want to put into it anymore. Period. They've created what they've created. Show me what I need to see. Dealing with it, boy. But they're not changing. Well, I guess they just like where they are in the dark then. Because it's just going to continue. I was just saying you got to create your heaven in the now to have the now later. Or your heaven later. Right? Start creating your heaven. All right, so we have Four of Pentacles with Page of Pentacles down. Yeah, they're holding on to the shit. They're holding on to the swamp. Look at that. Tightly, too tightly. They need to let it go. Get the fuck over it. Grow up. This coven or cult. Yeah. Very bitter. Very hostile. Very hateful. You know? They need to cut the shit. Very unwise. This coven. This is not cool. Whatever this is. Some of you, this is a big ass deal. And others of you, it might not be like the biggest deal. You know what I mean? You're going to take it after, as you should, right? You'll have to. I don't have a choice. Hi, everybody. Hello. Yeah, right? Trying to hold you back, trying to suppress you, trying to stop you. They don't want you moving on or being happy or whatever that may be. Whoops, or this person, anyway. Cards down. Queen of Swords down again. Ding, 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 ding. They are so hateful, it's pathetic. Absolutely, with this ruthless, they have not changed one iota. And they want to be vindicated. Oh, grasshopper. That is not the way it is, you know? Oh my God. And these entitled little bitches. Oh my God. They hate the messages. They have no drive. They don't want a beginning. They don't want to move forward. They don't want to do what they have to do. They're comfortable in the dark. Period. That's pathetic. But hey, you can't change the world. We can only change ourselves. And it is a free will world. And if they don't want to, it's hard to, you know, but hey, what are you going to do? It's like, it's enough to drive you mad. You know, they need to recover. They need to meditate. They need holistic healing, whatever that is. And you do too. Healing. Everybody on this planet needs to heal. So just continue. It's something that it's like a diligent thing. It's something we always work on as we go through time, right? But yeah, having the advantage, shutting that door. Yep, sayonara, see you later. You know, I need a bunch of cards, please, Spirit. I need a bunch. I need to know where I'm going with this. Five of Wands again over here. Ding, 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 ding. Very, very competitive. Very, very argumentative. Very oil and water. Fives are about change underneath it all. And I got at least two of them on the table here. We'll see when I... Yeah, I got two of them so far. Anywho. Alice. Nine of Pentacles. Nice. Five of Wands reversed with the Three of Swords reversed, dead center in the reading. Yep. They caused it. They're not going to take accountability or responsibility. They feel entitled. Somebody is in a very independent mode here, however, I feel, you know, dealing with these bitches and witches. This is abundance in a big way. They wanted to hold on. Yeah, this is huge. Some people are dealing with it hard. And what do? They hunker down and they get even more angry and more pissed off. Well, fuck you. Whatever. Dorothy, just being Dorothy. Number 25, major arcana. Male or female out there, I don't care who this represents. But this person, it's the innocence of the person just being themselves. After all. You know? And being right next to this, you know, Dorothy might be a white witch. That could be you. Male or female. If you're honestly your true intent deep down inside, because technically everybody's witches. It's just there's good Catholics, there's bad Catholics. There's good witches, there's bad witches. There's good them, there's, whatever. It's people, man. That's what it comes down to. And if they're good people, they're good people. And this person is. And these people, obviously right above it, are not. And they want to be vindicated. That's funny to me. Depending on your situations, I'm part Virgo. And I'll tell you what, I find this to be hilarious. Yeah. They got audacity and tenacity. Six of Swords down again. Ding, 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 ding. Healing. Dealing with it. Spirit is saying, deal with the storms and fucking heal. Period. Sorry, there's that F-bomb. At least it's only once in this reading, not like last week. Told you I'd keep it under 100. Wow. Wow. Some people never learn, And it's the sad part, but it's the truth. Actually, this card, oh no, this goes over here. I see what I did. All right, show me what I need to see and we can move on, Spirit. 5 more cards of these and then we can get into my oracles again. Hanged Man. Very level. Sacrificial. They wanted this person out. This coven. Oh, yeah. They wanted it out. I'm going to leave it down. The time is now. Screw it. Because it's already in the cards, They're in no hurry, for sure. They don't want to do this, Their feelings are hurt. Yeah? What about this person's feelings? Yeah. King of Wands. You definitely could be playing both roles here, male and female, mother, father, whatever. Taking charge, taking action, being an entrepreneur, whatever it is, you're in abundance. I know it's making you think about things and I know it's difficult, but we have to do these things. And, I was a deadhead back in the day when I was in high school. Right. I used to listen to Deep Purple. I was very, I liked my rock and roll and then I liked my Grateful Dead. I was I was all over the place with it. But I used to say what a long, strange trip it's been. And I'll tell you what, back in the time when I was in high school and we were talking about what a long, strange trip it's been was true when we were that young. It was true at that time. Now I'm almost 60 years old. I look back at it and I think, what a freaking long, strange trip it's been, But the point is you keep on keeping on, right? You get up, you put your lipstick on, and you pour yourself a drink. Very Elizabeth Taylor. And I do say that every so often. I love that, you know, empowerment kind of vibe. So show me what I need to see. 3 more cards here. 5 of Cups. 9 of Cups reversed. I'm not taking all of them. I'll take the one that's on the bottom first, like I usually do. It's too many. All right. And the Death card reversed. Yeah, they don't want to change. They're not going to change. See, I'm sorry to say. This is the hard part that the people that do want change have to deal with, because that's, you know, that's the hard part. They want change. These people don't want change. And then where does that, you know, trickle down to? Does that mean we have to actually close the door on literal family? I mean, is that where we're really, you know? Let's get real here, people. People are too used to, you know, not being real. You know, it's very disappointing. It's breaking ancestral curses all day long. This Covenant cult and the family did it to themselves. It's the, you know, they're doing it to themselves. It's not wish fulfillment. We know it. It's very difficult. We got the King of Swords. And then we got the Witch. And I feel like it's about these two, or it dwindles down to these two. You know? Whoops. Ugh. I need a bigger table. Yeah, they don't want to change the Death card reverse. See? They're refusing it. They deny it. You know? Things are already over. Things have already changed. There is metamorphosis here. They don't want to see it. They don't want to see it. Nope. The Empress? You are Empress. Male or female? Somebody is. The gracious one. The creative one. The loving, kind, nurturing, beautiful. You know, just there's like that energy of you need nothing. You know? But hold on, yeah. All right. Maybe you really don't need anybody deep down. Except, you know, not that you don't, maybe I shouldn't have said it that way. That was the wrong timing for this reading. But anyway, I'm going to change it up a notch. Eternal Crystal. If you don't have one of these, you may want to go pick up a piece at your nearest metaphysical shop. All over the place. Most towns. Especially this day and age, right? Show me what I need to see. The Zebra Stone. Yeah. It's all about compassion and your root chakra. Very cool. I'm going to read this to you. Don't forget to flip and flop should you need to. 43. I think this is the last one in the book. No, almost. Okay. All right. And you have so much compassion for people and animals and always making sure that everyone is taken care of. You are a genuinely caring person who will go out of their way to help anyone in need. It's a very positive, endearing personality trait to be compassionate. Just make sure that you're not being so compassionate and looking after everyone else's needs all the time that you forget about your own needs and wants. Try to have some balance in your life. It's great for you to help others. It is a great thing for you to help others, but you also need to recognize when it's time to help yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself either. Try to muster up some of that plentiful compassion for yourself. If you need to take some time out to be on your own, or if you need to say no to someone, that is perfectly fine. Don't feel guilty about it for needing to look after yourself. We all need time out to recharge. Otherwise, we would be of no help to anyone else. Zebra Stone can help you to ground yourself. It also helps you to feel divine love and vitality. It's also associated with your root chakra. I don't think I have a piece of Zebra Stone, but I have one of these, and I pretty sure this is jasper. It's similar. I like the spots. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that. But anywho, I'm going to give you a hidden realms here. They do take reversals, but it doesn't matter because that fell out. The High Lady of Love and Compassion. Here we go. Male or female out there. Number 1. Yeah. I'm telling you, I can't make this shit up. Compassion, compassion, compassion. Virgos are very compassionate. You're very nice, but sometimes you're too nice. You know? I believe I've said before that you need to grow a couple. You need to grow a set. All right. When the High Lady of Love and Compassion chooses to be your ally, she brings you a deep and meaningful message. She reminds you that only love is real. It is the sole, unconditional, and true power behind all means of manifesting out of the unseen into the material. Love's greatest creative power is ignited by the conscious action of compassion, generosity of the heart. Reverence, respect, and empathy for all living things bring you profound power to live a life of happiness and contentment. Love, compassion, and kindness to all must be the impulse behind your thoughts, feelings, and actions when your intent is to create a prosperous and abundant life. Unconditional love will be returned tenfold. The High Lady also reminds you that when she chooses to be your ally, she brings you evidence that you're loved. All manner of synchronicities align in your favor. If your question refers to a relationship, you're required to think of the other person and inquire what it is in his or her highest good. Give selflessly without asking for or expecting anything in return. Kindness always returns somehow. You will surely receive that which you give in more ways than you can imagine. We got 9 of diamonds. Very, very happy, joyous, lovely card. I like that heart down there. It signifies happiness and joy. And that's what it's all about, man. That's what makes the world go round. Change of residence for the sooner or better is being indicated here. I don't know who that is. If that's you, if it's them, you can place it. Change of residence. Whatever that means. Whoa. Hold on a minute. The pig. Yay. This is phenomenal. Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal luck. After a very difficult time, Virgo. Please just know that. Hi, everybody. Oh, yeah. Hi, India. How are you? Shalu. Shalu. Hi, Francis. You're back. A lot of people are back. That's cool. Are you guys just watching for entertainment, or are you actually Virgos in your chart somewhere? Anywho, Virgo, there's phenomenal luck here around you. I like it. In a really difficult time. You know, the fish is another really good omen. Riches through stock. Okay. However that is for you. Maybe you do have stock, literally. Maybe it's through the family or something. Okay. You're fine. How are you? That's funny. One more. And the anchor. Yeah. Another successful venture card. All of them are. I like it. It's good because I really feel like a lot of you guys have been through it. You know, the anchor. What is anchor to you? It's when you're in a boat and you're anchoring so you don't drift away. You're very grounded. And you are a grounded sign, Virgo, right? You're a earth sign. So, yeah. All right, Grandma. What do we got for Virgos out there? Couple more. My Grandma Josie. Come on, Grandma. 2 more, please. Thank you. Thank you. First one out. Falseness. Yeah. All that fake, all those covert narcissistic energies or whatever. Somebody's not doing good. It's a personality disorder. Yeah, it's too bad. It's a personality disorder. This entitlement, it's a personality disorder. You know, to put everyone in deep thought. There's a letter here, something about a letter or paperwork. I don't know if it's going to come via email or if it's literally a letter in your mailbox or somehow some kind of communication. But I feel like residence, and then we had change of residence. So maybe there's something about somebody needs to change their resident, their license, right? Change the address on their license, or I don't know how that's going to be for you. Anyway, I'm going to close it out with a rune. Yeah. Each sign given day. So I spelled it. Right. Secret Gnomes just came out. This is the back. That's a cool card. Secret Gnomes. Deep in the Welsh forests, gnomes peek out from the groves of their secret space. They cheer gleefully while you walk with determined, passionate pace. They're cheering you on, the secret gnomes. They're saying, go, Virgo, go. Go, Virgo, go. You know, those are your messages, Virgo. Be cool, be kind, be patient, and please just be a good human. Thank you all so much for watching. Help a girl out. Smash that like, share, and subscribe button. Let me know where you are in the world. I know India. You're from India. I had someone from Jamaica yesterday. Jamaica man. You know, the Jamaica man. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.